it means when you say, I believe in Allah. You understand what it means, I believe in His angels. You understand what it means when I say, I believe in His books and all the messengers. And in the final day, that what is going to actually happen on the final day. And that you also believe in a very, very important thing, that taqdeer. Instead of questioning it, believe in it. That your taqdeer, whatever is due to happen to you, khayri wa sharri, whether it is good, whether it is bad, all from min Allah. All from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe in this. So when you go through some sort of positive things in your life, then you immediately refer it to Allah, not, see, I worked really hard this month. And when I worked really hard this month, what happened? I made so much of bonuses. I made so much of sales. See how rich I've gone this month. Or when things go bad, then we don't say, oh, see, I did this wrong. I broke Allah Ta'ala's law. I didn't perform my salah. I maybe didn't fast. Or whatever the case may be. Everything we refer it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why is Allah Ta'ala putting me through this difficulty? Why am I going through this hardship? And no sooner will we believe in this, then we will find that our hearts will be at ease no matter what our condition may be. We are all faced with difficulty. We are all faced with hardships. But at the same time, we also have positive things that happen in our lives. And we need to remember this often. We need to remind ourselves. That is why our mothers, for those of us that were fortunate enough, we were taught these kalima. That you read it at night, and not just as parrot fashion, but you read it and you understand what you are reciting. That every day you go to sleep with this belief that no matter what happened today, everything was through the will of Allah Rabbul Izzati wal Jalal. And no sooner will we do this, inshallah, we will find contentment in our heart. Today we all search for contentment. Whatever it is that we may search for contentment in, we all seek the same thing, to be happy in our hearts. We are happy, and naturally it is understandable that a person is happy when something good happens in your life. But when something bad happens in your life, how happy are we? How content are we that, okay, it doesn't matter. Allah Ta'ala is testing me. Let me take a quick stock take of myself and see what is it that Allah Ta'ala could be punishing me for. Is it because I've done this wrong? Is it because I've done that wrong? Maybe I perform my salah. Oh yes, I rushed through my salah when I was reading it. Maybe it could be that. So always, because once you do this, then what happens? Automatically you start turning your attention to your salah now. How am I performing my salah? Then the quality of your salah increases. The closeness is then achieved between you and Allah Rabbul Izzati wal Jalal. This hadith goes on much longer. Maybe inshallah, if Allah gives the opportunity, we will discuss the rest of it next week, inshallah. But this man, who this man was and how he has come into the masjid, dressed in a beautiful way, make sure that his clothing is right. And it teaches us also that when we go into the gatherings of deen, then we must sit very respectfully. We must sit very respectfully, not like we're sitting at home and relaxing on our sofas. Sit with adab, because this is the house of Allah. Sit with adab because we're learning about Allah. Sit with adab because Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam will be mentioned. All these things. Our clothing, is my clothing dressed right? Am I smelling nice? Yeah? All these things are very, very important. And once we start paying attention to these things, you are sitting in the company of a sheikh or your ustad or whoever it is, even then, even our children, no matter how small they are, teach them that when you go to madrasa, when you even sitting in school, it may be a non-Muslim teacher that is teaching you, but you sit with respect in the class. Not only when you go madrasa, then you are a good student. Not only when you go to madrasa are you respectful. Not only when you go to madrasa that are you dressed very nice. But rather, whether it's madrasa, whether it is school, whether it is tuition, no matter what it is, adab and respect is kept. And inshallah, this will also beautify and bring in the barakat and the nur of the knowledge that we are gaining. May Allah Rabbul Izzati wal Jalal grant you, me, and the entire ummah the true understanding of deen, and grant us all true love for Allah and His Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa ma alayna illa al-balagul mubin.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله